I'm all like this, eh? Anyway, they watch this video from, I greet you specially. Happy New Week to everybody. Sharply, go enter the matter we carry us call because no time to check time. Now, not the run now. Every day by day. Also, my 3 sharp updates we need to hear. It's the first one for this week. As today, so now I carry my keke enter inside the street of the social medias. Today, the 3 sharp of the entire rapper not cover so both time fiscal. Don't be small things because as I just enter inside the street of the social medias. Before I know it happen, I be boy, what is up? Now I say our president, that's Peter Gregory Obi one. No fear me, what up, Baba? As I declare you so, Peter, we don't boss now. Yes, nah. He don't say. He said Nigeria will be rescued without violence. That's to say, all the people that say, na revolution, Nigeria need revolution. This one, no. Peter Obi don't boss and no say Peter Obi a man of peace and due process. He don't boss and I don't clear everybody say man. Say Nigeria, they go rescue Nigeria without violence. Anyway, I go tell that the full details of what he talk, how he say they go take rescue Nigeria because we need to know. From there, many people matter for no call school and now carry my get drive go front. Just 2 junction from Peter Obi junction. I never your move. Now be bang. What is up? Now I say the court case between Atiku Abubakar and the Emilokon one of Africa, the Matador de Tarapao. Today now so the one way Emilokon lawyer go to tell American court, they say like this so say make the court tell the school say make they release only Emilokon results. Say make they not reveal a gender, a transcript, and other of a admission records. See they release only results. Voila. Baba, why they hide your gender? Baba, why they hide your transcript? Daddy, why they hide your admission record? Daddy, why? Some people going to say because they get one time they bring out one this other time they don't say the Tinubu go that school they say na female. This one now so where me local lawyer go to say make they release only the results, make they not reveal a gender or a trans. People can also be in a transgender and not being talking more. Not be talking now. What people they talk. So anyway, I go give them the full G's and number 2. Mary, my time for not bring call and I'd say my your collect the last G's if I come and say I know I manage my phone. I need that to take work out tomorrow. The last G's again as I enter Lagos, I be bang. What is up? I say today. Now they pass the judgment for the tribunal matter until the governorship election they do. And I am glad to announce to you that the tribunal sitting in Lagos State, they don't dismiss the petition of Labour Party and PDP. Yes. They say when they do, it go shock us. It not shock us. We're not surprised. No worry. We're not for the expense and go do anything different for so. No worry. They did say, oh, we call the vest. No, we're not vest. No, we're not saying that's so be. Anyway, we'll start the gist proper now. I beg, anyway they watch this video from, do me one small favor. Let me share this video, make another person see. We'll go start with the first gist, which is the opposite Peter Obi talk. Say Nigeria will be rescued without violence. So listen and be blessed. Amen. He said the Labour Party has denounced media reports suggesting the possible arrest of its presidential candidate, Peter Gregory Obi, over an alleged takeover of political power. The statement signed by the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Pastor Obiora Ifo, clarified that Obi had rejected calls for violence immediately after the result was announced, rendering the allegation baseless. The statement read in part, the Labour Party has been made aware of various trending stories in print and video suggesting that its presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, will soon be arrested. The stories are laced with so-called prophecies calling for prayers for Peter Obi, insinuating an imminent arrest. Ordinarily, such stories should not deserve our attention. However, we are concerned when the fabricated stories circulating are juxtaposed with video clips spliced from pre-election and campaign speeches, where Obi emphasized to Nigerian youths the importance of reclaiming our country. To contrive such videos as recent remarks and attempt to present them as current is simply mischievous, if not criminal. The ploy is evidently aimed to orchestrating false culpability and entrapment. English cry. We must reiterate here for the record of Obi's adherence and commitment to the rule of law and advocacy for non-violent politics. On March 1st, 2023, when INEC announced its election result at 4 a.m., Obi's supporters across the country and in the diaspora pressured him to authorize a mass protest, but he declined, insisting that reclaiming Nigeria through him would come through a due and peaceful process, not via violence. The insinuation lately that Obi is orchestrating violence is a product of the imagination of the authors, an attempt to give a dog a bad name in order to hang it. The Labour Party emphasized Obi is not a violent man, but he believes justice must prevail no matter how long it takes. As a man of faith, the former Anambra State governor strongly believes that a new Nigeria is possible following due process and does not need to push his supporters out into the streets to achieve it. So, I don't want so anybody who they say Peter Obi go to tell everybody may they go enter the street, go protest. Sorry. No, Peter Obi not there for that kind of one. Also, the second gist, which is the man read the headline. The headline funny die. He said, just in, release only my certificate to Atiku. Block CSU, that's Chicago State University, from revealing gender, transcript, other admission records. Tinubu begs US judge. Listen to the details now. He said President Bola Tinubu has reluctantly allowed a federal judge in the United States to give his university certificate to political opponent Atiku Abubakar. But the Nigerian leader pleaded with Judge Nancy Maldonado to block all other details, especially the gender and admission records, among others, of the person who owns the certificate from being disclosed. Mr. Tinubu's prayers on Monday morning came as part of the ongoing legal battle unfolding at the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago. The case was brought by Mr. Abubakar, who has been on the judicial quest to establish that Mr. Tinubu was not eligible to be Nigerian president despite his election on February 2023. He won the election by 36% of the votes after Mr. Abubakar and Peter Obi, who was his running mate in the 2019 election, fell out, subsequently dividing their potential votes into at least two parts, paving the way for Mr. Tinubu's victory with the slimmest margin in Nigerian presidential election history. Mr. Tinubu's acceptance that his certificate could be released came after he narrowly escaped full disclosure on September 21 by pleading severe harm to his life in order to obtain a stay of a magistrate judge's order on September 19. There is harm in allowing discovery on issues and documents outside the diploma, Mr. Tinubu's lawyer said in their full briefing to the court seeking a review of Judge Jeffrey Gilbert's order by Mrs. Maldonado, a district judge. Now, war for identity crisis. Why people did they support this guy? I beg, and that gist I will just support the gist they make person tired. Also, the last gist, which is the judgment where they go they give for Lagos, they hear the basis where the ground where they dismiss their petition. Listen and be blessed. He said the Lagos governorship election petition tribunal has dismissed the petition filed by Badebo Rosevivo and the Labour Party and Olajide Adediran, also known as Jandor, of the PDP, challenging the election of Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The INEC had declared Sanwo-Olu as the winner of the March 18, 2023 governorship election in the state. Rosevivo and Jandor had filed petitions to challenge the declaration, saying Sanwo-Olu did not secure the most valid votes. A member of the tribunal's three-member panel, Justice Mikai Abdullahi, who announced the judgment, said the petitions were dismissed. Sahara reporters earlier reported that the tribunal had struck out the petition filed by Rosevivo and the Labour Party from that of the PDP. A member of the tribunal's three-man panel, Justice Mikai Abdullahi, who read out some preliminary motions challenging the competence of some aspects of the petition, said this while delivering judgment on the objections raised by respondents in the matter. Sahara reporters earlier reported that there was a heavy security at the Special Offences Court in Ikeja, where the Lagos State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal was set to deliver judgment on the petitions filed against the election of Governor Sanwo-Olu. The Labour Party's candidate, Road Vivo, had in his petition marked so dated April 9, 2023, pleaded with the tribunal to nullify Sanwo-Olu's victory. According to him, Sanwo-Olu, who was the candidate of the APC, was not qualified to run in the election. Road Vivo argued that Sanwo-Olu's emergence as the winner was not duly elected by the majority of the lawful votes cast at the election. Also, the PDP candidate in his petition argued that Sanwo-Olu, his deputy Hamzat, and the Labour Party candidate in the election were not qualified to participate in the election. Voila. Yeah, after the grammar of those speak since this country, sha. Though you often give you time, make all of them they speak English inside the court. When first speak English, I will my Lord may I, if I may I hereby oppose. Whereas the judge already know what he want to talk for his mind. So why you call this stress people? For people if they get hope, say this thing will anything will come outside, I'm sorry. But someone like me, I don't lose hope since. Anyway, just thank God for everything.